babu wani kama da kai, ai babu wani.
Yeah, you're welcome to yet another edition of Africa's Realities. As usual, my name is Mr. Johnson Yakubusani, and today I'm out with another video. Today I want to talk about youths as leaders of tomorrow, especially the Nigerian youth who are going into politics, and what we get to see when youths are in politics is really mind-blowing. I don't understand the youth of today. Well, follow me in this video and let's dissect Nigerian youth who are in politics, and let's see if do we really have a very good future for our polity in the future. Do we really have a very good future in our politics or leadership? Our leaders that are coming, are we really sure we have a very good we will have a very good and sound leadership in the years coming? Well, before I go forward with this video, I want you to subscribe and turn off the notification bell so that whenever I come with video, you'll be amongst the first to get to watch. And now, without further ado, let's get into the topic of today. So today we are talking about Nigerian youth and leadership and the kind of things we see are happening or playing out by Nigerian youth when they get into the seat of power. Now, we have always had this phrase, or is it a clause, going about all the time, saying Nigerian politicians should give Nigerian youth a chance. Nigerian politicians, give Nigerian youth a chance. Because if you look at our politics, people have been there for like 40, 50 years. Are still the people still there manning political offices and holding on to political powers, and we are always clamoring for youths. Let the youth, because the youth are going to be the ones that will take over leadership tomorrow. Let them start having experiences. Let them be carried along. Let youth be given a chance. Let's see what youth can do. Let all these old people go and sit down, and let's have youth. This has always been our cry. This has always been our agitation and our advocacy, that youths should be given a chance into the position of leadership in this country, so that maybe all those people having old ideas, all the people who have come right from the colonial days up to today, and are having all these archaic ideas that they've grown with, that maybe we, the youth of today, who are born into this generation, who are born into modernity, who are born into civilization, maybe the youth will have a better quality of leadership, and we have been clamoring for this. But what is playing out today is really something else. Just follow me in this video as we dissect Nigerian youth in politics. Now let's take a look at the leaders we had since this democracy. Can we believe this democracy came in 1999 when the military handed power to civilian regime? 1999, I think 12th of May 1999. Now this democracy, since the inception of the democratic dispensation, can you believe that we had leaders who had fought in Biafra war, and they are leaders who fought in Biafra war, that is in the mid-20th century, have been leaders in the 21st century in Nigeria. Some of them have even been leaders before. People like Obasanjo was there in the 1960s as an officer in the Nigerian army, and he fought the Biafra war. People like Buhari was there as an officer in the Nigerian military, and he fought the Biafra war. And these are people who came back in the 21st century to be leaders, to be the president of Nigeria. Now, looking at the Nigerian presidency, you will see that 3 out of the 5 people who have led us, and these three are the ones who have led us the most. 3 out of the 5 people who have led us when they were above 70 years old. Obasanjo in the 70s, Buhari in the 70s, Tinubu in the 70s. Look at the kind of people leading us. People in the 70s, when they were when they are in their 70s, that is when they are president of Nigeria. Even some of them had been head of state before. Now the only two who have not led us in their 70s are Yaradua, and who led us in his early 60s, and Goodluck Jonathan, who led us, or who was president in the late 50s into his early 60s. Now these are the people who led us as not old people, as not, what's this word, septuagenarians. They didn't lead us as septuagenarians, but the rest led us as very old people in their 70s. Now, what am I talking about? Maybe that is why we have a kind of country we have today, that things are not working if all the leaders we had are in their 70s, 80s, and they are presidents of Nigeria. And all these people, 70 is their official age, not their real age. Because at that time, many of them, they kind of reduce their age. It's not like today when a child is born, everybody knows when he's born, everybody can follow him up. At that time, nobody follows anybody up. Yes, people are born in the village, some don't even know the date they were born, and some can just do permutation to know when they are born. And many of these people reduce their age, and that is why they are calling 70s. From the Obasanjo to the Buhari to the Tinubus, they have reduced their age. Now, and that is why we clamor for youth to come on. Let's youth come. Let's see youthful ideas. Let's see youthful energy. Maybe they are going to turn this country around, and we want the youth. But what we are seeing about youth in leadership today, are they not worse? Let's go on with this video. Now, talking about youth in leadership, I want us to look at some examples of some youths, Nigerian youths, who are opportune to be, or who were opportune, and some are still opportune to be in leadership position in this country. Some youths who have become politicians and who have attained some leadership positions in this country. And let's look at what they are giving us, and seeing what the Nigerian youths are giving us. Do we really have hope for this country? Do we really have hope for this country? If the people who are going to take power tomorrow, and this is all that they give us, this is all, clamor for youth, and when you go there, look at the nonsense youths are giving us. And when I talk about youths, I'm talking about people from their late 30s to their 40s and early 40s. Now let's look at people from their late 30s to their 40s and to their early 40s, and what are the results of what they gave us when they are, or when they were, and when they are still are in leadership position. And the first person I like to talk about is, number one, is a senator called Mr. Elisha Abu. Mr. Elisha Abu was a senator when he was 40 years old. A senator 40, and we're happy he was a youth when he was a senator. A youth. And what did he give us? This is a person that went to the sex store, looked at a married woman who was trying to tell him to calm down because he was angry for just telling him, please sir, calm down. He was assaulting this married woman with slaps. And that is because there was a CCTV camera. What if there were no CCTV camera? And how many has he done when there were no CCTV camera? That the people cannot talk. The people cannot really talk without evidence. They cannot go in here. In Nigeria, you cannot win anything with a millionaire testimony without concrete evidence, without an evidence where people cannot disprove. Now, somebody like that in your 40s and just a little leadership position to be a senator in Nigeria, and all you do is to go and be slapping a married woman who just asks you, please, sir, calm down, don't be angry. And this is what we are clamoring for you to be there. Are these going to be the leaders of tomorrow? In fact, this let me see this word, septuagenarians. So in fact, we don't see these things with these septuagenarians. Let's say the truth. These septuagenarians, we don't see them doing this. It's only youths when they get into leadership position, into power, and they now become puffed up, and they begin to say, do you know who I am? Who are you, man? Are you a human being? Who are you? Just money. Money is money that differentiates you from somebody. Just because you have money doesn't have money now. You are not human. You are superhuman. He's not human. Come on. Whenever we see a youth gain a leadership position, he becomes something else. Now, the second person I want to talk about, let's talk about our friend. Let's talk about our friend Desmond Elliott. When he was with us, he was an actor, he was part of us. But what happened when he became a member of Lagos Parliament, Lagos House of Assembly? He turned against the youth of Nigeria, calling the youth names. He forgot that he was a youth. He just crossed over to be in the Senate, and he has become something else. Now let's look at another person. Another person was in her 30s when this regime came forward, and she was given the position of a minister. And she didn't spend half a year, or just about half a year, in that ministry as a minister, and she was botted out. That is Miss Bella Edu. Bella Edu, in your 30s, in your late 30s, you are a minister. Go and represent the youths. And before you know, you are in the center of corruption within 6 months. Heavy corruption. Oh, come on. Come on, Nigerian youth. You just, any simple power that comes into your hand, you just become something else. And then now we are faced with another one again. An Uber man comes to you, Mr. House of Reps. House of Reps, Mr. Alex. Alex Cosmos. Or what's that your name? Alex. Mascot. Mr. Alex Mascot. An Uber. Who tells you that an Uber person enters into somebody's house? Do you want him one day to be used as a ritual sacrifice? Who told you that Uber enter into people's house? Uber, they stay by the door, and you come and you collect your your package or your message or your parcel or whatever. How can you now be fighting an Uber man because he said no, he's not going to enter into your house? You should come to the gate and get your message or your parcel. And then it has become something that you will make him disappear, and nobody will ever do anything. It has become something you are slapping him and telling him that nothing will happen to you. My man, just for he saying that, pay me my money, I have rendered a service to you, pay me my money for my service. and you are slapping him. Now you are going to pay more than that money. You will pay. You will pay millions now. Is it not maybe you just needed to give him 5,000 or 6,000 from Jabi to Naitama? Let's say 7,000 naira. You give the Uber man. Now you will cough out millions because you are captured by camera assaulting somebody who has done nothing to you. We just become puffed up because we just attain a little leadership position, member of House of Representatives, and now you can make people disappear without trace, and you can brag about it. So who are these, the crop of people that are going to take over the leadership of this country when all these old people are gone? Every youth person, when you are not there, you'll be abusing the government. When you get opportunity there, you go and do worse. You become a demigod, and you begin to assault people. What kind of youths are these? So if every youth just gets into this power and he becomes something else, another youth gets into power, he becomes something else, then what is the future of this country? What is our future? Do we have a future? Already, the people who are in leadership position of this country know nothing but to steal the money and to be corrupt. And the crop of people, youth, whom we think maybe when time comes, these are the people we are not born on the time these older people were born. Maybe we who are born at this age, maybe we'll go and do something good, and then we are showing traits that we are going to do worse. Oh, come on. Can't we see? Can't we learn? Look at look at the nominee of the Democratic Party. No, not the Democratic Party, not the Democrat, of the Republican Party in the United States of America. Look at the vice president, somebody called J.D. Vance, 40 years old. When this man speaks, you know this is a president speaking. Everybody knows that one day J.D. Vance is going to be a president in America. With the confidence he exudes when he speaks, with his intellectuality, with the substance of the things he says, with somebody having capacity, having knowledge, knows what he's talking about, confident of what he's talking about. When you see a youth of a country that tomorrow he's going to be in the leadership of that country, you will be so proud to say, yes, tomorrow we'll have people who are going to lead the country into greatness. Not what Nigerian youths are given to us. Not what you youths, you just go and you become a demigod and you begin to tell people, do you know who I am? And you begin to slap people and you begin to assault people because you are a member of Nigerian parliament. What nonsense! Are you a better Nigerian than he is? Who knows all the kwana chukuchuku babalawo and everything said that all of you politicians do to get to where you are? And then a simple person who has rendered a service asking for payment for his service? Come on, Nigerian youths. We have to do better. If we don't do better, the crop of youths we are having today, coming with this trait. So what do we say? What do we do about our children? We are giving birth to children. And they will come and pass under the leadership of these youths of today, whom when you talk to, they will land you slap. Whom when you ask for your rights, you'll be getting assault and battery and slaps. Just because of little power in their hands. No, we have to do better. We have to do better. I don't know why any youth that has just gained an opportunity. People from 40 years, 30, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, when they are just in power, they just become something else. Well, I just made this video because my heart is bleeding for this country. If all these old people have done nothing but to destroy this country with their corruption, and then the new set of leadership that are coming are already puffed up. Puffed up. May God help Nigeria. But thank you for listening to me. I hope you stay tuned for my next video, because it's going to be another great video that I'll be put down. Remain blessed.